I just looked up, and Jeff Gordon's sitting there on the wall. Won this race many times. He's a champion of this sport, and I just beat him. I'm telling you, I passed him. I passed Jeff Gordon, and I have no idea. A young racer from Kansas, you don't forget stuff like that. Just unbelievable to be able to, at this point in my career, to get with a new bunch of people. Very nerve-wracking times in the wintertime. Basically kind of lost my ride at RCR. Walked into a new program with a lot of unknowns, and I had a lot of confidence in what was going on. I still had confidence in myself, and Michael, Rob Kaufman, everybody involved with the MWR paired me with Brian Patty and a lot of good people. That's what it takes to be successful in any kind of business, and this NASCAR racing is no exception. It's all about surrounding yourself with good people, and we certainly have that. We have great partners, 5 Hour Energy, Napa and Aaron's, my teammates, Martin Truex and Mark Martin. I'm telling you, everybody's working very, very good together with this group. That's something I've never been able to do before. I've had good teammates and I've had good stuff, but never like this at this magnitude. And to have this dirt boy from Kansas in victory lane at this road course is big, trust me. I sucked so much air in, my car stalled. I mean, I was like, oh, no. Because I knew, Kurt really had a good car early, and I started to get away from him. But I knew there was some guys out there that took tires. And I looked in the mirror, and, the old Grizzly himself, Tony, was one of them, and he was in third place. I knew it was going to be a tall order. But there was some things that I'd learned on that last restart. The track's a lot slicker. After that first lap, you get going. I drove off into 10, and I about drove off the racetrack. Very, very slick off of 10, and it set me up into 11, and I about spun out. So I backed off a little bit, and I got me a little bit of lead away. And then we got down there to turn 4, and the 78 was all over the track, parts everywhere, and there was oil on the racetrack getting into 7. I about spun out again. And just that green-white checkered, everything that's going through your mind. You're close on fuel. You got to keep 2 champions of this sport behind you. You have no business leading this damn thing. and man, I'm telling you, there's a lot of unknowns about the rest of it.
I overheard Tony saying he only needed 1 more lap to catch you. Is that
damn glad he didn't have it?
Could you have held him off for another lap if there was another lap?
You know how many races I've had? If it wasn't for that guy in front of me, I'd have won that damn thing. Well, just to have him come to victory lane spoke volumes about his character. He's a champion of the sport. You can't lose sight of that. I know there's been a lot of negative, around him, but there was a hell of a lot of positives today for Kurt Busch. He had an extremely good run. I don't know how you can say James Finch is an underfunded team, but I don't know what it is. They didn't have a sponsor on the car, but for him to be competing for a win in that equipment that has never done that, I mean, that boy can drive, and when you give him the confidence and the direction, and sometimes I guess the discipline to get the job done, he's certainly capable of it. And he had me on my toes. He had me scared to death today. And just things worked out. So when you can beat that guy, the 2 guys behind me were champions of this sport, and that's big to be able to hold them guys off.